Gran Turismo 7's Daily Race A last week was a complete mess, and I'm going to show you some of my races, and I'm going to tell you from now, they are mental. And if you want to see how many they are, stick around to see them. Now this is my first race, well, actually my second race, but didn't record the first one. First we start off second position, one position after the pole, and we get about, well, actually the guy behind us gets a good start, and obviously this being my first race I overshoot the corner and I just go into second last place of the grid, so creating a mess myself. But as I said myself, as it was a problem of mine, my fault, because I braked too early. But this is my first race, no SR DI or DR affected, so kind of good. And then this was an example of being behind sometimes is actually good. We get punted because the guy with range spot in his name, I didn't see his name because I'm quite far from my TV right now, actually punted us into turn 3. But we're now on to P7 after the bad start we were, and you know that this is still our first lap. We have another 5 laps of this, well, 5.5 technically, but this is going to be our first time that we're going on to a scar. Is someone going to go off, and we are one of the two guys that go off, and the Spaniard goes off and we go off, so two guys go off. We really lose time, but we're still in 7th position as the Spaniard serves a penalty. No, was the Spaniard? I didn't see. I think it was the Spaniard, but not quite able. Well, one lap passes and we are quite. We are now in P6. Someone is out, and we are now in P5. So from P2 to P15 to P5 is really good. And now we're behind Reimer Rennsport, the German driver. And if you didn't know, Rennsport in German means auto racing? No, it means autosport. So Rennsport has a good name. And we're in P4, so we can still get a place, but the Italian overtakes us quite easily. K09, good overtake. We're now going on to the final lap. We have potential to go in 3rd, but it's going to be quite hard. We are now in 4th place as we overtake the Italian, and now the German is ahead of us, Weimer Rennsport. Do we make a move here? No, we don't, although we overshot it by a small margin. And I'm really surprised how well this car handles the curves, because I can go over the curves and nothing will happen. It will just live with it. It's just really amazing how this car handles the curb. And not only that, it's really fast, but now I get quite scared and left and go to his side a bit, because I thought he might go to my side, but I do a mistake and I concede 3rd position. But it's 4th place after what we did. What happened T1 is really good. Second race. Some other people are now we now started in 8th place, or no, 9th place, and I just wanted to take a look at what happened here, because I think this was the messiest T1 in all my race. I get squeezed onto the inside. Someone spins and punts another guy onto me. I get punted once again. The guy behind spins. Some guy will. No, that was in another race. But lap 1 is always really most, and we're still not done. The guy goes wide. One guy goes off the track, and this is Domi. Domi will actually see a lot of him on the race. Domi now slides. 2 people are off the track behind us. I don't know if you saw them on the radar, but from P9 to P8 in 1 lap. Still it's not really good, but we're still fighting for places. As Domi is behind, and the Belgian is behind us. Domi is ahead of us, not behind us. The Belgian, he's a bit far back. Two people go wide as they pound each other out. And now we are in 6th place. And this may be a penalty. But the game decides it to not be a penalty. Sometimes the game just gives you the penalty too late. We almost get squeezed. I actually punted him a bit. I'm really sorry about that. But he did go wide a bit, but he didn't go off the track. If he got off the track and slowed down, I would have rather gave the place to him, but it didn't quite happen here. And so we move on to our race. We gained 2 positions overall. And now, see what happens here. This guy just goes straight on, punches the Belgian, and goes onto the barrier. The Belgian is now right in front of us. So this would be a good chance, but where did the Belgian go? Oh, here he is. He went off the track. We switched the line because he went off the track and then wide. So we gained a position. I don't know where he got. And now the French guy is ahead of us. The French people, I know they're a bit fast. Although I don't see many French people play Gran Turismo, which is really weird for me, as I know that Gran Turismo is really populated in Europe, but it is really populated in Spain. Why in Spain? I don't know. A race has got to be at least one Spaniard or one British guy, especially British guy. But McJoe, he's a nice guy. I don't think we'll see him in another race. Maybe we will. McJoe, a really nice guy, as I remember playing those races. But we try to make a move onto him, but we can't quite. We try to switch the line, but we don't quite have the exits. That's why we're going to tag onto his Lipstrom. And these cars with Lipstrom and DRS are just rocket ships. I don't know how to describe it. They are mega fast. Really, you can't get faster with a Slipstream than these cars. Maybe you can with Formula cars, but I'm not sure. McJoe goes wide, but we can't quite switch the line and overtake him, so try again in another place. Now going on to the final lap. Well, eventually we can overtake him. A P6 isn't that bad, so I'll take it. Domi wins the race, which is actually quite a nice thing. But now onto my 3rd race, starting in B8. And ahead of us is Ronaldo and Donuts. And here I got onto the grass and created a messy turn 1. And this was the messiest turn 1 I've ever seen, because oh no. Well, I don't know which was the messiest turn 1. Every turn 1 was messy. Every single turn 1 was really messy. We get a 5-second penalty. Well, I guess I deserve it because I did cause all of turn 1, but now let's go on to turn 3. Look at what happens here. A guy on the right just sends it into turn 1 with spin, and me trying to go onto the racetrack, we just get teleported back in time. So good, and this race was just one of those races that were just too boring. Here overtook someone, but I think this was the only overtake I had. But going to lap number 3 to 4, I'm not going to skip this because a skip actually does something to my... I have a limit of skips I can make, of cuts, of different clips. Even a zoom is different clips, so I need to minimize them. And this is one that wasn't that bad, so my max is 150, I think. So we're going now on to lap number 7. For us, lap is by Domi, And here we have a guy that just selects to just park there. Now we're going to the next lap. Davey, this guy was really, really dirty. You see how dirty he was? Eventually we get past him, but I'm not cutting this. You'll see why. He gains our slipstream and he chooses just to not go for it. Oh no, he goes for it. And we try to race clean. We do race clean. He's kinda going slow. At this point I didn't think he was dirty, I just thought he was a bit aggressive and I liked it. We'll see here as well why I thought he was aggressive. Here I don't know what happened here. That's the moment. No, that was the moment I realized he was dirty and I just embarrassed myself by just going to the other side and doing my race bad. But this race, our next race, fourth race, I think is a quite great one. If we're going to turn one, it's always going to be messy. But this time, you'll see what happened here. Now, we get punted. So many people in the radar. I think those are the most people I've seen in my radar in a really, really long time. Maybe the most. So we're in 5th place with damage in the rear fender and the 2 rear tires. Brake a bit early because we have damage. Some people brake a bit late, or we just braked early. We didn't have enough downforce. But we move on as we pass the halfway mark of the video. No, that was not. McJoe spins round, so McJoe is out of this. Ronaldo once again. I don't remember him a lot, but I don't remember him being dirty. And McJoe is behind us, and Domi is behind us. McJoe and Domi are behind us. 2 great people. McJoe is right behind us. They're on our gearbox, and I think we make some contact there in the end. We have DRS. Domi is all the way down there, and here you just see what happens. Domi sends it, and I don't know how he braked. I think he braked so late, but he somehow managed to brake for the corner and have a good exit, so props to him for that. I think the last race I had a chat with him where I caused an incident. And here, another example why staying back sometimes is better. I just gain 2 positions by just being back. So sometimes it is better. Behind us is a British guy, and we overtake him because he had a penalty, he served a penalty. I don't know what he did, but he had a penalty. Now, Jax. This guy is also dirty. I don't think he was dirty because he just squeezed me. He didn't fully squeeze me onto the grass. He just squeezed me a bit on the grass. I thought he might have left a bit less space than he wanted, maybe, or something like that. Here, I thought he understeered. So those are things that I understand. Or maybe he's a bit aggressive. Maybe he wanted to go by the grass but didn't want to fully lock me onto the grass for all wheels. And so I liked it. It wasn't that bad. This is an no SINDR affected race, so I like it. And this is the last lap. Note that this is the last lap. What will do this? Well, you see, these people make contact and I'm like, oh, these people will crash. So let's stay behind for now. And as we're going to Ascari, these people are quite dirty with each other. I can't take some avoiding action in here. And now Jax will go on to take the victory, but me and the Belgian driver who fight on for for second place, and for now it isn't my failure, but I could always mess it up, and I've messed it up quite some times in those races, and I go really slow into that corner, 130 k's, and I come slide some slides, and he has himself for this corner and for the last corner, and this is just so slipstream, but why was slipstream affected there? I don't know why it was affected there, but we move on. Domi is ahead of us again with another livery. Domi with 3 liveries in this video. Quite a guy who likes to change things. We have some context now. This is the race that I was talking about with the ghosting. Almost everyone was ghosted, and this was my POV, and I was quite far up the grid. Dom is behind us. This is a good place because we punted him. I hope he doesn't have damage, but we don't have damage, so and neither does he. I think has damage, and he's quite fast, so I don't think he has damage. Now, Beetho, I don't remember him, so I'm not going to talk about him. Although he races fairly clean to one part, he splits packs us and then pushes us off the track. There were most of the drivers in these races were really dirty, as no SI and no DR were affected, and most of them were either high rated A plus or low rated B rank. So A rank I think is the best. We help Domi and he flashes his lights on us, his signals on. Now me and Domi and the guy ahead quite a bit of overshoot the corner, me and Dom, because we had the overspeed because I was helping him and he was helping me. Now here something weird happened. I don't know what happened, but some contact was made. I go to punt Domi quite much, and I think that was the reason the Belgian spun, because he got a bit wide from Domi, and I don't know why. I will flash my lights to say sorry to him, and you'll see here that he does as well. So maybe he doesn't have damage. I said sorry to him. I feel sorry for him. And now we're going on to some of the last laps, and I think Beetho was one of the dirtiest guys, if I remember correct. Domi overtook him, and yes, this is an example. I knew he was dead because I saw some contact there, and there the start finish line, and I saw him race dirty with Domi, and I know Domi is a clean guy. I just know that for a fact. Although he does let us go through, maybe it was for the slipstream, I don't know. And here he'll use this as a brake. I brake on my non-braking point. Maybe I brake a bit early, so I thought like, okay, maybe it was my fault, but I knew he was dirty. That one could have been my fault, but you see a message from Domi. He says to me like he knows what is about to happen. I know what is about to happen. I want to punt him, but I'm thinking, no, let's try and race clean. We are now onto the last lap, last sector. We're now entering Ascari, and we're behind Beetho. We'll try to go for a slipstream and overtake him before the corner. Maybe we'll be on the outside, but we'll see. Try and overtake him before the corner. He is letting us go by, so he's not maximum dirty. He does let us go by, but this is the one where I thought he was really dirty. You see, he just turns on us, and I didn't think about breaking that then and there. I knew he was dirty, but I didn't think he was that dirty, and that caused us to go on to 4th place. And at this point I wanted this to be the last race, but I had one mission to do, to eliminate Beethel from the next race. He is BS rated, but as I enter the next race, Beethel and Dummy was not there. Hey, I'm just showing my chat with Dummy. He is a really nice guy. I did have a great time with him, so props to him. Hope he is doing good now. A guy that I really like, but next race, both of them were there. I tried a new throttle with the traction control, with the less throttle, and you see, it worked. Quite much. We lowered the traction control, we're now going turn 1, but we overshoot it. I tried to go for the thing, but we can't quite go, and Gran Turismo just says no. I'll turn it back in time. And that's the thing that I hate. I just hope they remove this. It's really annoying sometimes. And I think I was the fault of that guy quite. Sorry mate, but it needed to happen. This guy just opens the corner and sends the guy onto the shadow run. I squeeze the guy a bit onto the curb, and I have hiccups, I can't talk. But we continue GBT racing and GKD racing, and now having the battle, and they both take each other out. 2 free places, why not? And so we move on. The Swedish guy is ahead of us. I was almost going to say Finnish. So the Swedish guy, I don't know why I think he's Finnish, but the Swedish guy is ahead of us. He has penalty, a 2-second one, so we're going to overtake him. And I'm going to say that to you: if a guy is ahead of you and has a penalty, don't tailgate him. The game first stops him and then goats him. I think you know what I mean. And he'll slow you down because the game doesn't ghost him. So don't do that. And this is lap number 3 of 6. Going on to lap number 4. Kaiser is 5 seconds ahead of us, not even 5 seconds. And now I'll try my best to go and do not only the best lap, but win the race. In the end, we're only behind by 1 second. We did set the fast lap time, but we couldn't quite make it. And this was the video. Here's how I took my thumbnail. This was from the last race where the guys from the racing teams were battling out with each other. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll see you in another video. Bye bye. Till then, see you soon.